Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've had an awesome week. So you may or may not know, but I was in the army when I was younger, much younger, about 20 years ago. So I'm going to do a poppy this week out of sign of respect, with it being the beginning of November. But I'm also going to show you a wee tip on how you can just add a little bit something to your laser cut shapes, be it a sign or anything really, to be honest. If it's got relatively straightforward shapes, then you can use this idea just to elevate the creations, make the shapes a little bit softer, and give it that little bit more handmade touch. So this is just 6mm MDF. I use it quite a lot because it's relatively cheap at my local store. It's good for testing products. It's good for some products, in fact. Just depends on what you're making, to be fair. I've got the settings up on the screen there that you can have a look at just to see what I'm cutting at, so you can use that as a baseline for your job. So now that that's all cut out, I'm just going to use my Dremel, and you can see here I've got this quite a coarse grit sandpaper on my Dremel there, just to shape the sides there. So what I do is I just basically gently run it round the edges, just removing it, giving it a bit of a chamfer, and it just, once you've painted it and put it all together, which you'll see at the end obviously, it makes a big difference. So it's quite a nice effect. It just sort of gives the illusion of it being a sort of 3D creation that you've made. So as I said before, I was in the army, and I thought it'd be quite a nice wee touch to read out one of my favourite poems that I heard when I was on a battlefield tour in Belgium. So the poem was written by a Canadian Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, who was an actual doctor across in the First World War. He wrote it on the 3rd of May 1915 after looking over the funeral of a friend and fellow soldier. In Flanders fields. In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row and row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely sing, fly. Scarce heard among the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the flow, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if you break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep through poppies grow in Flanders fields. Supposedly, John actually threw the poem away, not happy with it, and it was retrieved by fellow soldiers, and then it was published on the 8th of December of the same year in a London magazine called The Punch. So that poem might never have got to us if it hadn't been for his fellow soldiers finding it and thinking it was worthwhile. So back to the creation then. What I'm doing here is I'm just adding a little bit more detail to the petals of the poppy, just by using the side of the sander and just grooving them out a little bit. It just gives it a little bit more effect, really. And then we'll go in with some spray paint. I'm just going to use red and black because that's the standard colour of the poppy when we think of Remembrance Day. As you can see, with the spray paint going on then, you can really make out those little details that I added to the petals there. Now, I'm just spray painting in the centre black. Obviously, if I was going to be selling this, I'd give it 1 or 2 more coats just to finish it off really nicely. But as it's just a demo piece to show the work, I've not done that. So now I'm just trying to figure out what best way to orientate it, and then we'll start gluing it up. So to start gluing it up, I'm just going to do 2 of the petals, which will lock in the centre piece, and then in turn I can glue the rest of them. I'm just using Mitafix. You can get this stuff pretty much anywhere in any DIY or hardware shop. I've actually got it listed on my Amazon store. If you want to have a look in the links below, you'll get to there, and then that's pretty much it. It is a little bit stiff trying to get that centre piece out, but I get it out, and then we'll add some glue and then get these 2 final pieces put in place. Give it a little clean up and see how it looks. I hope you can see by just softening those edges with the Dremel and the sandpaper, it really does change the overall effect of the creation. As always, if you found this video helpful, please do consider giving me a thumbs up on the video. That really helps the channel. Why not even hit that subscribe button so that you can keep up to date with my channel and see what videos I'm making for more tips and tricks to come your way. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.